Okay, now let's start to move on this video a little bit. We're going to add another text, and then we're going to start to talk about some sound too to add to this. Now, the next text, we want this to come up where it says, hello, my name is, and then it's going to say your name. Obviously, don't put my name in there. Put your name in there. And also, by the way, I shouldn't have to say this, but this is a reminder that anytime I'm showing you something in these videos where you are following my instructions, you should be doing the same in yours at the same time. Okay, you're not going to wait till later and catch up to me. You should be working on yours. Most of you in my class should have computers where you have two monitors, so you should put this video on your top monitor, and then your own project should be down on your bottom monitor, and you are working at the same time as you are watching the video of my example of what I want you to do. So be sure that you're doing that all the time. Okay, we're going to add another text box in here. So again, how do we add more text? We come up here to where it says text, click on this. If yours is back here, it might have various texts that you could choose from, but we're sticking with titles, which are the main texts that you would use. And I want you to scroll down again, and we're going to find a different one. Okay, here's the one we used last time. We're not using that one this time. We're going to use another one. This one here, I want you to find this one that says upper, middle, and lower. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on that and hold the click, hold it, and you're going to drag it down to a little bit after your other one. I'm not going to leave much space. Again, you don't want to bore your audience. You never want a video where your audience is waiting for something to happen, okay? So now we have, notice that you can click on this blue deal here and you can kind of move around quickly in your video and see what's happening at 0 seconds and wherever you slide it to very quickly. I'm going to bring it over here. Notice that, and I want you to give some thought to this all the time. Notice that the blue to the letters kind of blends a little too much with the blue of the background that we selected. So let's edit this. And again, you can either double click down here to get to this little editing section. I'm going to hit done. Or you could click on it so it's selected like this, and you can hit this edit button. Same thing. They both get you to the same part. Now, see this blue? That matches up with the blue of these letters, and I particularly do not think it's a good idea when you're doing lettering to let your letters sort of blend with the background. It makes it harder for them to be seen by your audience. So let's click on that, and you're going to select a different color. Let's try this sort of dark maroon. Oh, you know, that pops off the page a little bit better. I kind of like that better. So you can switch yours to that color. Now again, what we want to also change is we want to change what the words actually say. So I click on the words, and instead of upper, middle, and lower, we're going to change that to I am a student. Where it says middle, you're just going to type in at, and then where it says lower, let's type in Hackensack Middle School. Whoops, I misspelled something, so you come in and you fix it over here. You can always change what your words say over here. So now you've got this is your opportunity to look at it, double check that it says what you want it to say. Over here, you get a little bit of a preview of what it's going to look like. And if you are good, you can click done. And now you have two videos that have text in them. One says who you are, and the other one says a little bit about you. In this case, you're just going to say, I am a student at Hackensack Middle School. And that's it. So far, that's our video. It's less than 15 seconds, right? And again, if you were making, in your next project, when you're making a video where you're giving a lot more thought to exactly how things look, you can come in and watch it and decide, is it up there long enough? I'm a student at Hackensack Middle School. I'm a student at Hackensack Middle School. I think that's about right. You might stretch it a tiny bit more. You can do what you want in yours, but you get the idea. Remember, It shouldn't be so short that it can't be seen for long enough to read. It shouldn't be so long that it's boring and it's up there for too long and you lose your audience. They stop wanting to watch your video. Okay, so now that's pretty much the part of your video that we're going to work on up to this point. Now I want you to give some thought to the fact that you can have audio as part of your video that you're creating. And to keep things simple, I just want you to come over here and click to audio. Now you are using a paid for premium account in WeVideo, so nothing is locked, and part of what we pay for is you get a whole bunch of other stuff, including images and videos. We're not going to use those now. You get some transitions and other stuff, but over here where it says audio, there's a bunch of songs, and they're kind of labeled into different categories here. For now, let's just really quickly, we're just going to pick inspiring. If you were to click see all, you would see that there's a ton of them. They're all kind of the same. In the case of our particular video, this is going to be very short. These are songs, many of them are like 2 or 3 minutes long, 1 minute and 37 seconds, 3 minutes, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Just grab any one of them because they all kind of sound the same. You're going to drag it down. That's pretty loud, right? Okay, you're going to drag it down, and then when you press play, that song is now part of your video. Watch, I'm going to press play. Boom. Now your video has some sound that's incorporated in it. Kind of gives it some life, right? Boom, your second thing happened now. All this stuff just keeps happening now. We need to end your video, right? So we're going to end your video after just about 15 seconds. So that means we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to chop it we don't need to chop it right here. We don't want it to be so abrupt. We're going to give us a couple of seconds to play with here. So we're going to drag it to about here. We want your video to end at about, let's call it roughly 16 seconds. So the first thing, I want this background video to end. There's a couple ways you could do that. One way is you can hover here, and when your arrow changes to that, when your mouse pointer changes to that double arrow like this, then you can kind of click and drag it back to about 16 seconds. I want to show you another way, so I'm going to undo that. Okay, I've chopped it. I ended or trimmed, as we say in the video business, but I'm going to undo that change. And I want to show you another way. Another way is to take this blue thingy, find where you want your point to be, and then you're going to, now that you can see I'm on this video, you can also click this little scissor. And what that does is just going to create a split between the front. It's going to create a split on what you have selected right there. So I'm going to hit split, and boom. That kind of splits this. I could move this, or in this case, I could just delete it, which is this button, or you can even just hit delete right on your keyboard. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit delete right on my keyboard. Delete. It's gone. Okay. Let's do the same with the sound, because we don't want the music to keep going on for a minute and however long it was. So look, I need to click on the audio here. Then I'm going to click this split again. Boom. And now I have this audio that I just want to get rid of. So I'm just going to click delete, or delete on your keyboard, same thing. And now look, my entire project is only about 16 or 17 seconds. So let's watch it, and we're going to make a few other changes. You got the sound going, you got those words coming up, they're up there for the right amount of time. Then your next section comes up, and then it ends. But listen to the music. Boom, the music just, it's at a certain level, and then it just chops off. So let's get into the part where we're going to learn about fading the music down, okay? And we're going to, the way we're going to do that is you are going to click on the music, click, and in order to fade it down, there's a way that you do that, and that is by, you need to click on the audio track and make it have this purple outline so that it is selected, meaning that's the thing that you are working on right now. And I want you to look right here. It says audio and opacity. You're going to pull that down, and you're going to select the top choice that says Show Audio Level. Opacity is something different that has to do with the way it looks, and you can kind of make it look faded. Obviously, this is sound, so opacity has nothing to do with it. We're just focused on the audio level. When I click this, you're going to see this blue line appear. Boom. See this blue line? That blue line is the level of your music. And you have these little white dots. You could literally just pull your music down. You don't need to do that on yours, but this would just literally make your music less loud. But we don't want to do that at the beginning of the song. Here's what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to make it fade down at the end. So if this is the end of your video here, you want to start fading about here. So what you're going to do is around 12 seconds or so, I want you to come down and I want you to get your mouse pointer right here. Yet literally the point of your mouse has to get right on that blue line. Otherwise you will not be able to make a white dot. So when you click, when you get right there and your mouse changes to that, you're going to click and you'll see you create a new white dot. That's when you can, that white dot is necessary, and then that's going to be the beginning of your fade down. So right there you can see my volume is 100%. And now to fade it down, you're going to take this white dot here and you're going to drag this one down. That's how you do the fade out. And you can see visually how the fade out is going to happen. You can see visually how long it's going to take the fade out, but you have to experience it. So grab your blue dealy deal here, come about here, and then you're going to listen and see if you think it fades out at a time that you like. So here we go. And boom. You can hear how it faded out. I kind of liked that fade. If you wanted that fade to happen faster, you can go like this, in which case the fade would happen. This would probably be too fast. Watch. It kind of fades away too fast. If you did it way over here, that would be too long of a fade out. I think this was about right. And that's how you can fade sound. By the way, you can add multiple points if you needed to. Let's say someone were speaking in the middle of your video, but you also had music playing and you wanted the music to come down temporarily. You don't do this on your project right now, but I'm just going to show you. You could literally click, make multiple points. You don't have to do this. Please don't do this on yours. But let's just say I wanted to kind of bring the music down a little bit, and I would do something like this. Now watch what happens here. You're going to see that the sound is going to get, the music is going to get quiet here. So if you had a reason for that to happen, you can control that. Hear how it got quiet just for that little dip? That's what that tool allows you to do. And that's what I'm showing you in these intro videos, in these starter videos, is I'm showing you how to manage the program. I don't want you spending a lot of time like getting detailed about being creative. I want you to learn the mechanics of how this program works. So that's what we're doing. So here we go. We've added several elements to this project. Now you have a sound element, you have a background video, and you have your foreground videos of two different texts. Let's watch it one more time and see if we like everything or if we want to make any changes. Here we go. That looks good. Sound is good. Words go away. They were up there for enough time. The next one happens. Then the music fades out. Boom. And that's a good point to stop for now. We're going to do a little bit more, and then we'll be done with this intro project, and soon you'll be ready to start the regular project. So stay tuned for the next video.